everybody, and welcome back to Fahrenheit TV. You know what I love more about the fall? Not just the colorful trees or the cozy sweaters, but Halloween. And what's best to do for Halloween than carve a pumpkin? I've never done it before, but today we're both going to learn. So let's take a look. So I brought two different kinds of pumpkins with me, both about the same size. I'm going to show you how you could really do both of them in two different ways to celebrate the season. So first, we're going to carve this pumpkin. See, what I've done is I already traced my drawing on the pumpkin. I'm making a very simple, classic jack-o'-lantern. So let's get started on how to exactly carve it. One thing I do want to mention is that you want adult supervision because things like this can get very dangerous. So if you don't know how to, handle a knife, be sure to get an adult or somebody who can do it. So first, what you want to get is your tools. I got my markers to trace my design. I got a spoon to carve out the insides of the pumpkin and once we carve it. I got two sharp knives, one small one and one a little bit bigger. You want to get something if you have a saw knife, it's actually better. But people like me who don't have things like that and keep it very simple, we're just going to do one of these knives. Very, very simple. And then I have my flashlight, napkins because it could get a little bit messy, and you want a bowl to, capture all of the pumpkins. So let's get started. So first you want to get your pumpkin, and I would say you want to take the bigger knife. Again, be careful, adult supervision is advised. And I would actually take one of my markers, and I'm going to trace exactly where I'm going to cut at the core, right over here near the stem. So I'm going to do about 1/2 inch. I'm going to do these little dots. This really helps you when you're cutting because that way it's like, you're like tracing lines. Like you just know exactly where you're going and you're more or less likely to make a mistake. But here on Fahrenheit TV, we honor mistakes because we learn from them. So then you want to take your knife and you want to, gently go inside and you want to start tracing. It's best to hold one hand with the pumpkin and take another hand while you're cutting. And just, be patient. This pumpkin's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. 55 minutes. All right. So you want to just keep going in circles. It's kind of almost like, one of the interns here at BNN mentioned to me, like cutting a pepper, except a little bit harder, but not too hard. You just want to go right along, tracing the stem. And then, boom. It's a little messy, right? But look at all those great seeds in there, those beautiful, beautiful seeds. That's when you know it's a healthy pumpkin. So we're going to take our bowl, and we're just going to, cut these seeds off, put them in the bowl. We could actually use these for later, so don't throw it away just yet. We're going to place our top over here, and we're going to take our spoon and actually start taking out the insides of the pumpkin. Now you might see that it's a little bit hard because what you're really getting is a lot more of the seeds and all the goodness in there. But just keep going, just keep scooping it out. It's a little, now that I'm discovering this is really exciting that we're doing this together because it's a little hard to scoop out with just the spoon. But what we're going to do is going to do our best because that's what we do here on Fahrenheit TV. We just do our best. So yeah, wow, look at all those seeds, all that goodness. Imagine all the pumpkin spice, great things you could make with this. Boom, putting it all in there. I'm almost done, you guys. And feel free on, Fahrenheit TV's website, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram. Share with me some of your favorite pumpkin recipes, your favorite fall things that you love to do, because I love to hear them. And you see, I'm almost done scooping it all out. Again, you could also have an adult, help you with this. But it's almost done. I'm gonna use the knife here to it's kind of like a spider web inside. It's kind of interesting. Maybe that's why they make it part of Halloween even more. But, all right, so we scooped it all out. Right? Now, the little harder part now is trying to trace our design. Again, what I did was I took the markers and I already designed what I wanted the pumpkin to look like. Very classic jack-o'-lantern. Eyes, mouth, the nose, he'll be able to breathe, don't worry. So now what I'm going to do is actually trace out the eyes with a little bit of the smaller knife because you want to get, a little bit more details. And again, take one hand and hold it down and then just start tracing. And I've heard that, actually, you don't always have to use a knife. Many people actually use different tools to cut their pumpkin. Some I've seen actually use, wow, yes, this is great. Yeah, some I've seen actually use other tools, like, tools that you'll find in your toolbox. Like not just a saw, but you use maybe a screwdriver to poke holes around it, make different designs. You could really get creative with these. Again, be careful when you're cutting. I'm almost done with this second eye, and then our jack-o'-lantern will be able to see. Bam, 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 bam. And just taking your time with things and not rushing it, it really makes it a better process. It makes it a lot less safer. Look at all the gunk. But this is all about what Halloween's about. Scary but great things. All right. Now for the mouth. This might get a little bit harder because I made some designs for this mouth. I didn't want him to have a simple smile. I wanted him to have, a little bit of a cricket smile, but a beautiful smile. All right, so we're just going to do the same thing. And again, just place one hand on it, and you just start tracing. Kind of just making like smaller triangles as I cut this beautiful mouth of this jack-o'-lantern. Almost there, almost there. And then, this is my final cut, and then the reveal. Let's see. So, we just take it out. Oh my gosh. See, it does get a little bit messy, but look at the results. Wow. I'm just going to put that back all in there. And actually what I've heard, to keep your pumpkin fresh so it won't spoil as quickly, it's good to get some Vaseline or something like that. Because if you put the Vaseline around the edges where you cut, it actually makes it last a little bit longer. But now, so we got our top from previously. We got our face. It's looking really good. I really like it. He's smiling. He has a, cricket smile, maybe a missing tooth, but that's all right because we still love him. Now, to light it up. Some people actually, traditionally people use candles and they put maybe, they take a jar and they might wrap around some lights around it. But, you could also use a flashlight, actually. So you get a flashlight, you put it in there. You would want to, clean this all out before. Put the flashlight in there. See? Make sure you get the right batteries. And then, oh, hold on. Yeah, so you put it right in the bottom like that, and then you put your top on, if I can figure out how to put it, and then once you turn off the lights, it will glow with pride and glory. Wow, it looks great. Now, if you're the type of person that really, cutting is not your thing, you're a little worried about how your health insurance is set up, don't worry, I got your back. Because you could also take your pumpkin and design it with markers. So for me, I made me a mini French Ninja Turtle, I like to call him. He has a fancy little mustache going on. Again, Ninja Turtle, the red one, and then the fancy little hat. So I like to call this my French Ninja Turtle. But you could create so many different things with markers and, your imagination and paint. You don't always have to cut and do all sorts of things. Again, Halloween is all about, embracing a character that you love and, being somebody different but also loving who you are. So, you could do this, or you could also carve. So whatever you decide to do for Halloween, as long as you're safe and you're having fun, that's all that matters. But you're probably wondering, we have all these seeds, these pumpkin seeds. What can we do? Because we're not about wasting things on this show. No, we're not. You know what you could do? You could actually cook a bunch of pumpkin spice things that are inspired by pumpkins this season. And right after this, we'll show you what you could actually make from pumpkins and apples and all the great things for fall. It's close to midnight, and something evil lurking in the dark. Ooh, ooh, under the moonlight, you see a thought that almost stops your heart. You try to scream. My taste buds are pretty particular, but sometimes I just need something to satisfy my soul. We're cooking in the kitchen, making something hot and fresh for you. Cooking in the kitchen, making something delicious for you. Cooking in the kitchen, Fahrenheit kitchen. Cooking in the kitchen, making something delicious for you. Grab that knife, that fork, that plate, that plate. Sit down, enjoy, because you're in Fahrenheit kitchen. Say what? Fahrenheit kitchen. Hey guys, so this is Chef Fahrenheit, and this is going to be a segment about me seeing if I could bake or cook, and if I can do it properly is the main aspect of this segment. So, in celebration of fall, I'm going to see if I could cook something with pumpkin and apple and make it extremely great for you guys. And this is my first segment, my first time cooking for you guys, so hopefully everything will turn out great and nobody will get hurt, and that includes their taste buds. Some ingredients you need today is butter, cream cheese, sugar, vanilla extract, raisins, whipped cream, pumpkin spice, condensed milk, brown sugar, bread rolls, 3 eggs, cinnamon, pumpkin, and apples. You'll also need a blender, 2 different pans, and a few utensils. So, before we get started with all of our other ingredients, first thing you want to do is make our pumpkin puree. Now, some people usually buy the pumpkin puree in a can, but it's nice when you make it nice and fresh. So remember our little Ninja Turtle pumpkin? Well, today we're going to create some magical things with him. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you wash your hands. Clean hands equals clean food. And then I'm just going to, remove this little design that I made out of him. And we're going to cut up our little Ninja Turtle pumpkin. So, and this is if you want to do it the real way. So first, again, just like when we were carving the pumpkin, you start right at the core, and you want to cut a little hole into it. Again, you want to make sure that whoever is cutting this is responsible and knows how to handle a knife. So, be sure to grab an adult or somebody with good skills with the knife, and that's super safe to cut this if you feel uncomfortable. So, took off the core. Now, what we want to do is cut it in half. And voila! So, as you can see, it has the seeds, it has all this other goodness inside. We're going to take all of that out with our bowl. Our spoon. We're just going to scoop out all the seeds and the flesh. We're going to put this under the oven under 350 degrees and let it cook for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to make puree out of it. So after we pop in our pumpkins in the oven, we can do a lot of other things to prep while we wait for 45 minutes. So what you want to get started on is your cream cheese filling, which is so good because it's going to really make this combination of French toast and pumpkin pie really come together and just, it's just going to melt in your mouth. So what I did was I got 8 ounces of my favorite cream cheese and I put it in a bowl. And if you have a mixer, this really would be easier to, whip in like 2 to 3 minutes, but the good thing about cream cheese is if you leave it out for maybe 5 minutes out of the refrigerator, it will be, soft enough, 5 to 10 minutes I would say, it'll be soft enough where you won't have to beat it as long. So, I have it in a bowl, and what I want to do is just, start mushing it up. I want to add some cinnamon and some sugar to it. on trying to mix. And again, if you have a mixer, this would be way easier. But for this, if you're like me, you're just doing it by hand, just keep playing around with it, and eventually they'll mix together. Little music during this always makes it so much better, because say the track is 2 minutes, you just keep going. So once you get it at a good consistency, for 2 to 3 minutes, your song's over and you're feeling good, then you can set this aside in the refrigerator and we can get started on another ingredient. Alright, so now that we got our cream cheese filling done and in the refrigerator to cool off a little bit, we can get started on the apples. What I like to do is I like to mix apples in this little ingredient just to give it a kick, you know what I mean? Especially because it's apple and pumpkin season, why not put the 2 ingredients together? So what I did was I got some of my favorite apples, and this happens to be a Macintosh apple. I like Macintosh apples because they're sour, but not too sour as a Granny Smith. They're just like a nice combination, and they just taste so delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these into little slices, and then I'm going to add some milk and cinnamon, and we're going to cool that off. You know, just make them all fit in a bowl, just like this. Whoop, just like this. And then, glasses fall off sometimes, sorry guys. So then you just want to have some condensed milk. Open that up. Condensed milk is so good because it's already sweet that the sweetness and the sour, sweet and sour, gosh, this is going to be amazing. Oh yeah, yeah, this is looking so sweet, I could eat it right now, but I won't. Alright, and then you just want to shake it up like so. And then you want to take your pumpkin spice and just sprinkle it everywhere. And the thing is, pumpkin spice is pretty easy to make. It's really just nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger that's all added together. So if you don't have the pumpkin spice, you know, special bottle itself, you could always make your own. And it smells like life. Amazing. So you just want to sprinkle a little bit of that. And we're just going to put this in the refrigerator and let it cool off with our cream cheese and get started on our other ingredients. Bread. Now, you can really get any type of dinner rolls that you like, but my favorite is potato bread because it's kind of sweet and it's buttery and it just really, I feel like, soaks up all of the flavor of the pumpkin spice and stuff once we mix it up. So what you want to do is take your rolls, you can rip them, and you want to have about 8 to 12 rolls, and you want to cut them in little cubes. What I like to do to make it easier for me is I take each roll, and since, you know, they're already sliced in half, like, you know, hot dog rolls, I just cut those in half. Having it as, you know, hot dog rolls is that it's already cut in half, so that just makes it ripping apart much easier. So you could even add that all to your bowl full of cubes when we're ready to stack. So now, it's been 45 minutes, we got so much things done for our prep work. We got our bread done, we got our cream cheese done, and then we also got our apples done. What we want to do now is start making our puree. So let's take out our pumpkins out of the oven. So after we're done letting our pumpkin cool off for about 5 to 10 minutes, we can start cutting off the skin so then we can blend it for the puree. So what I like to do is I like to just take one of them, and I like to just cut them up in slices. It makes it a lot easier when you're trying to cut off the other skin of it, the outside skin, which should just peel off naturally. But slices makes it much easier. So, and just, you can tell that it cooked really well because it just cuts right through. No problem at all. So I just cut both of those into slices. It smells amazing too, guys. Alright, so then literally the skin is just gonna peel off like Look at this. Wow. So, when you're all done, you'll have it just like this. Skinless. And don't worry about the inside. That'll all get pureed. Just like that. Now we want to add this to our magical blender. Alright, so now that we got all of our skin off, we can start pureeing our pumpkin. So, just want to get a blender. And you want to add all those pieces. It helps if you kind of break them up. It'll be easier to blend. Alright, now what I do is I like to get at least 1 cup of water and mix it in there to make it nice and soft of a puree. So we're just going to get 1 cup of water. I'm going to put it all in there. Now make sure you put your top on, because if you don't, you might end up with more work than you desired. So put the top on, it's plugged in. We're just going to blend on a regular speed. Boy. So you just want to take all the puree and put it in a nice bowl where we can mix everything else. It's consistent, it's pure, it just looks so good. Isn't it amazing to see what became of our little Ninja Turtle pumpkin? So, I'm going to get started first on the eggs. And 1 cup of whole milk. For your vanilla extract, you really want to just get about 2 little drops. Then for the pumpkin spice, I would say shake it up, shake it all. Shake, shake. And then you want to just take all that and mix it all together. So, what I want to do is, I already pre-sprayed my pan with some oil. And I'm going to just start taking my bread chunks and I'm going to start assembling it as so. So, first you want to add some on the bottom. Some bread chunks. Look at how good that looks already. So, I put about half of my bread pieces in there, my potato bread pieces. And now what I'm going to do is take about half of this puree and pour it all over it. Doesn't that look good? Right? And then I'm going to take my cream cheese, remember our cream cheese from before? And I'm just going to layer it on the top. Now, it might be a little hard. Wow, imagine this. It's a little hard to layer it, but you know, just keep playing with it and eventually it'll all start to go as such. Right? Now, we just want to repeat the same stuff while taking our bread and just doing the same thing. Now, remember our apples from before? Our apples with the milk and the sugar and cinnamon? What I like to do is just kind of just put them on top just like that. Just layer them in there. We're gonna see how this turns out. I think it's gonna be oh so good. Hopefully. Alright, so now we have this all set. And you could put it up. And now we're just gonna put it in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes. Now remember, if you're not good on time like me and you kind of forget, put your timer on or put it on your phone. So let's make this beautifulness into a masterpiece. Put it underneath the oven, which was preheated at 350 degrees. Put it right underneath there. And voila! 45 minutes later, let's see what we created. Wow. Look at that. It's amazing. We're just gonna let it cool off. It's super hot, so please be careful. Alright guys, so this is the final moment to see if this French toast pumpkin apple creation came out great. Let's try. I'm just gonna cut it. Our first slice. Alright. And the moment that we've all been waiting for. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. First slice of the day. Take our whipped cream. And then we're going to sprinkle some raisins on it. Wow. And then, voila. Alright y'all, I didn't tell you guys at a confession, but this is my first time making this, so I have no idea how it's going to taste. But I have a lot of confidence in myself that it will taste great. But in order to let you know if it really tastes good, I decided to bring in a food critic I am very close to, and a food critic who is not afraid to let me know if it tastes terrible. So, he's gonna let you know, America. Let's see. Is it really?
Yo, you just yo.
Is it really nasty?
Yo, it's dead ass nasty, dog. No, this is nasty.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Moments like this could kill a chef's pride, kill a chef's confidence. I just kept asking myself, why? Luckily, I took it easy. This is really hard. Wow. I don't want to say I'm a failure, but, you know, I failed at this mission. I mean, like, I don't think it tasted that bad.
After my mom called it cat food.
It was just missing some sugar.
After my mom called it cat food.
But nowadays, with the high, you know, diagnosis of diabetes and all other stuff, it's probably best if we don't put a lot of sugar in it anyway.
The cat food.
Like I really tried. Like, you seen the way I made that puree, though. That puree was on point. Like, you seen the color of that and the way it came out? Like, that's like Food Network status a little bit.
I guess there's always apple pie.
For you to say, like, it's cat food, that's a little bit of disrespect.
Apple pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice latte.
You know, you live and you learn.
Don't give up on yourself.
Maybe not today you wanted a fork of it, but next time, I could cook. Right, Patrick?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for that.
Wow. Well, that definitely wasn't fun. But some of the main things we learned during this episode of cooking was to always follow the instruction, always be confident, and don't forget the sugar, because that could definitely ruin things when it comes to baking. But don't let this get you down if you're a first-time cook, because everybody makes mistakes. The point is rising up from those mistakes and seeing how you could improve, because that's what we do in Fahrenheit TV Kitchen. We just experiment, we live it up, and we make sure we don't burn down the house. Small mistakes in the kitchen always spark big creativity in the soul. Get ready for a brand new segment of Fahrenheit TV where we experiment with some great food to fire up your taste buds and enhance your culinary skills. Let's make it hot.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Good evening, America. Trending topic tonight, adults are walking their children on leashes and carrying their pet dogs in carriages. They call this the alternative transportation method. But before we bring you further details, let's look at Amanda for the weather report.
It's hot, it's cold, it's spring, it's fall. It's weather girl, Amanda girl, tell it all. It's weather girl Amanda for ya on Fahrenheit TV.
It's fall, the season of cozy sweaters, colorful trees, and pumpkin spice. As our season changes full of celebrations, let's look at how our weather is changing as well. As we go into the US of A, we notice that the temperatures are definitely getting a lot cooler this season. Definitely decreasing. Areas up north of Seattle and Minnesota are definitely getting a lot cooler, bringing a lot more rain towards the east coast of Boston. And then towards the mid-dirty south, it's definitely getting a lot hotter. You know, areas as Miami and Texas getting really, really hot, as well as California and A, definitely getting a lot more sunnier. Precipitation this season, a lot more rain. It's gonna get a lot wet toward the east coast area over here and up north to Seattle, right over there. Yes. And yeah, so it's a lot more rain, hashtag wear your rain boots. A lot more cooler temperatures, as we can see. As we can see, a lot more cooler temperatures up in the Boston, New England area. Definitely when we zoom in into the neighborhoods along the East Coast, we notice that it's getting a lot more cooler everywhere we look. Yes, and basically, you know, it's just gonna get a lot colder and a lot more rain. As we look at the high temperatures, just going down the line like this, we notice 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s just declining like that. We are a little bit jealous down south over there, but we're doing the best that we can. Low temperatures are gonna come up on the screen soon. low temperatures are gonna come up on the screen soon. And as we can see, 20s and 30s around that area over there, and 40s and 50s and 60s. Yeah, so it's getting a lot more cooler. But don't you worry, because for Halloween, you still could go trick-or-treating as we look at my Halloween weather prediction. As we can see, Halloween day is going to be 63. Sunrise at 6:41, sunset at 6:26. It's going to get really, really windy, so definitely be prepared to wear something warm. Saturday, November 1st, we're going to start off at 75, followed by light snow on that Sunday for November 2nd, which is also the day that you're going to change your clocks forward. So now let's look at the week before Halloween day and see how the 5-day weather forecast would be for that. I'm just gonna step away. Psych, I'm just gonna step right back. So starting off on Saturday, October 25th, we're gonna have a few clouds. And all you Monday blues, don't you worry, because your work week will start out great with 71 degrees on Sunday. Tuesday, however, big snowstorm. Wednesday, big thunderstorm. And Thursday, light showers, followed by, I'm hot. And then Friday, followed by light wind, sunny for Halloween day. So don't you just love fall? It's just, I would just recommend you just, wear as many layers as you can. Bring an umbrella, bring snow boots. And, you're probably wondering, what should I wear? The season is constantly changing. It's hot 1 second, cold 1 second. Well, we really care about our viewers here on Fahrenheit TV, and we came up with these essential items. First, you have a fan. You have a snow boots, you have jeans, and you have a jacket and a beta suit and sunglasses. And if you have all of these together in one outfit, you could be as fly as me. And one of our viewers actually sent us a picture, and we really want to award him on this winning outfit. As you can see, he is prepared for anything. We said #winning. Coat, shorts, pants with a long one. If you notice on the bottom, he has sneakers, socks, and sandals. This gets you prepared for snow, rain, if it's hot. He even got the sunglasses to protect his beautiful eyes. And he has the headband as well as the hat. And this, my dear, is a winning outfit. But don't let this stop you at all from looking the best that you can be. Because fall is all about change. It's all about the seasons. It's all about beauty. November, December, October. December's not in the fall, but all of those months is great. And don't let the sun, let the sun start your day right, because fall is a beautiful thing. Thanks. I'm Amanda, the weather girl. See you next time.
It's Weather Girl Amanda for ya on Fahrenheit TV.
What's going on with this station? Why is she here? What the hell what's going on? Is she the intern? Why she got my wig on?
I don't know.
Why she got my wig on?
Who knows?
Give me some water. Fire her. I want to talk to the president. Oh. Excuse me, America. Trending topic tonight, pumpkins. Are they good for you? Are they bad for you? We do not know. More after the break.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Fahrenheit TV. I hope that you'll also be able to enjoy the food, the celebrations, and the sweaters this season. Explore, have fun, and live your life. Fahrenheit TV.